It's an ordinary elephant. Its life is ebbing out. In no time, and for thousands of years, she had had no food. Somehow it has been managing. But now, the day of death is nearing. And suddenly, he thought, now who can save me? Only that Lord. Vedam prapannam paripadyat bhayatri. He is the only one who can save people, right? And then who seek the shelter in his feet. Lord, now nobody is there in this world. You alone can save me. So what happened? He began to tell prayers. What sort of prayers? Jajapa paramam japyam pragjanmanyan shikshitam. Now we come to the third adhyaya in Ashtamaskandha. See, how did he remember the prayers? After all, you don't expect an elephant to remember the prayers. And you see, the prayers is not ordinary prayer. The entire prayer is full of Vedantic, high truths of Vedanta. How? Prahagjanmanyan shikshitam. All these things it has learnt in his previous birth. In his previous birth, when it was a king, he has been doing a lot of spiritual sadhanas, and he has been praying and doing puja. At that time he had done so many prayers. All those prayers came back to the memory now. All those prayers came back to the memory now. Prajjanman and Shikshitam. Those which were learned in the previous birth, they all came back. And then it began to pray. Yasminnidam yataschedam yasyedam yedam swayam yosmat parasmat chavara tam prabhadye swayambhum. I seek refuge in the feet of the Supreme Lord. Yasminnidam. This entire world is based on Him. But He is the foundation for all of us. If He is not there, we cannot live for one moment. It is because of Him. Then, Yataschedam, we have all come out of Him. We are the dream figures of that Lord. So, He is the reason for which, because of which we have all come. We have all been created. Yasyedam, we belong to Him. Lock, stock and barrel, we all belong to the Lord. Yedam swayam, the Lord Himself has become all. So I do not exist. I am that universal energy. I am not an individual called Shantananda at all. So Yedam swayam, He Himself, Yedam swayam, apne aap, by Himself, He has become all these things. Yosmat parasmat chaparaham. Even though He has become all of us, you can't say, there is all the men only, that's all. No, He is much, much beyond. So, Yosmat parasmat chaparaham. Tam prapadye swayambhavam. Then I bow to Him. Nesya deva rishe padam viduhu. Jantupana korati. Gantumi hiritum. Even the lords, even the great gods, they do not know the supreme reality. They do not know who He is. They have never seen Him. They have never had a glimpse of Him. Great Mahārishis, they have been doing penance for thousands and thousands of years. But they have never been able to get a direct glimpse of the Supreme Being. Naisadeva Arshe Padam Vidu. And I am an ordinary animal. How can I pray to Him? Jantupanar Ortigantu Militum Yathardas Agridivel Visheshtatu. The Lord is just like an actor. He is taking all the form. The entire thing is His drama. And then He says, how is the Lord? Namo naste akhila karunaya Akhila Karanaya, Nishkaranaya, Adbhuta Karanaya. This Supreme Being, where from he has come? Who created him? What is his cause? He is causeless. He was there of himself. The energy is never created. The energy can never be destroyed. It has always been there. So it has never been created. It had no cause by itself. Nishkaranaya. Then Adbhuta Karanaya. But this is the cause for the entire world. The entire world has come from him. He is the cause, not an ordinary cause. Adbhuta Karanaya. Astonishing and amazing. What is amazing about him? He has created us. No. When you have got a lot of mud at one place, when you have taken the mud, you are preparing mud jars. So the more the number of jars you prepare, the cost is becoming less and less and less. The mud is being exhausted, so the stock of the mud is being reduced. Normally, that is what happens to the karana. But here is a case where such a big word has come out of him, but even a little in the Lord's body has not become less. He has been remaining as it is. So, this is the Adbhuta Karana. Everywhere the cause gets reduced when the action out of it gets more and more and more. The more the number of jars, the less the stock of mud. Here is a case where so many pots have been made, but still that mud remains the same called the Lord. And that is the Adbhuta Karana. So it's a very big one. So I only wanted to Atmatvajapta Grevitta Jane Saktehi Drushtrapunaya. Who can obtain that Lord? The people Atma, Atmaja, Griha, Vitta, Janeshu. Those people who are completely engaged, who are completely attached to the self, to my own body, Atma, Atmaja, my sons and daughters, then my money, my current account, my SB account, and my ATM. I don't know what else is there. So the people who are attached, Dushprapanai, they can never hope to get him. They can never hope to get him. Guna Sangha Vivarjitaya, he has no gunas. You cannot say he has got Rajoguna, nor can you say he has got Satoguna, nor can you say he has got Tamoguna. He is beyond the gunas, he is the Gunatita. Muktatmi Sogridaye Paribhavidhaye. Those who have been completely released from the bondage, like the great Mahashis, Muktatmavi, they got him, they saw him, where? Not outside. Sogridaye Paribhavidhaye. They saw him in their own heart. They had a glimpse. They came very close to him. They had an intimate contact with him, but in the heart. Paribhavidhaye. Then Atyadbhutam Tacharitam Sumangalam Gajendra Ananda Samudramagna. And his story as to how many incarnations he took as a boar, as a fish, and as a man, as Parashurama, as Vamana, and what sort of leelas he did, what sort of dispositions he did. Oh Lord, they were all wonderful. And the people are so happy about it, and people sing about it. Their glories, they sing and they dance, sing while singing. Yasya brahma vyudevaha vedalokaschanapiraham namarupe vedene alvyacha kalyapitaham. All these Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and all these various worlds, and here itself all the mobiles, all the immobiles, immobiles like the mountain, and mobiles like you and I. Nama Rupa Veden. We are given them various names. We call one serpent, we call one as man. Among men we call one man as Shantananda, another man is Ramamurti, Krishnamurti. So we are given several names, but all of us have been made out of one drop of the Supreme Being. Phalvya Chakalyapata. Yeah, a little has been taken from him, and out of that, this entire thing has been created. Like that, when it told, Evam Gajendra Varnita Nirvishesham Brahmadyo Vivudalinga Vidabhimanaha. Now, when it called on the Supreme Lord, please come and save me. Brahma said, he has not said one word about Brahma. He is not calling me, why should I bother? He never went. Then Lord Shiva said, he never told Shiva, Mahadeva, so he never told about me. I don't know whom he is asking. Let that man go, I am not going in. So he never came. So all those people, they got their own attributes and qualities, they want to be called by that. Then the one who doesn't have any attributes, the one who doesn't have any names, he is the ultimate Supreme Being. Well, here we call him as Krishna, we call him as Narayana, and we call him as Hari. So that Hari, he was in a hurry to save him. So he just sat on Garuda and told Garuda, come on, quick, he's in danger, take me over there. And he came. Do you believe it? That elephant cried here in one small part on a mountain, and the Lord, the Supreme Lord, came flying to save him. Well, I can give you a parallel incident which has happened in the recent past, within about 200 years perhaps. There is a big village on the Pacific Ocean, on the shores of the Pacific Ocean. It was a place full of birds. So, the number of bird divers only lived there. And every day, one diver will wear all the diving equipment and he will go down. And the other one will be standing here. If he doesn't come back within 10 minutes, then he will himself wear and he will go and search for him. They always go in twos, they go in twos. And among the divers, there is one man called Butfair Johnson. This Butfair Johnson, he was a drunkard, number one. He never believed in any God. But he was a very good diver. One day he came along with his friend for diving. He said, today is a nice day. I am sure to get a lot of birds. Otherwise, they will get the oyster shells. When you open it, there will be nothing in it. On one day they will get hundreds, but not a single bird. On another day they will get 20, and all the 20 will be full of birds. Nobody can see. And this fellow, went down, but fell down. His friend was standing outside. When he went down, he found a lot of nice sheep. They were heavy. He said, they're all having birds. Today is my luck. He took them all and filled it up in his bags. Just then, one of the most dangerous animals of the ocean, it tried to attack him. It is called the octopus. It has got 8 legs, and with one it will completely surround him with the leg. With one it will embrace him here, and with one it will embrace him here. You will be completely bound in those 8. So it is called the octopus. And this octopus is straight coming at him. The way in which it came, its baleful eyes, they were all terrific to look at. But luckily, he had a mask. And they always attack the eyes first. So he had an eye mask. It came with one slap from his leg. It tore away the mask from the face. His face was exposed. With another slap, he became unconscious and fell. While falling, even though he was a man who had never called on God, he was a Christian. He had never called on God. Just before he was losing his consciousness, he just cried, "Oh Lord, save me." That's all. And he became unconscious. He didn't know what happened. And normally when it is stolen, it will tear him to pieces. He cannot survive. Suddenly when he opened his eyes, he found he was lying down on the shore. And his friend was standing beside him. And on his side, the octopus, cut into 7 pieces, was lying. And a long sword was lying. He told his friend, "My dear friend, I am extremely grateful to you. They have come down and saved me." He said, "No. My dear friend, I didn't go down at all. I didn't save you. After a little while, when you didn't come, then only I went down. When I went down, I saw you are lying down unconscious. And by your side, this octopus was lying, cut into 7 pieces. And there is a sword. I don't know who did it. Oh my Lord. When I became unconscious, I called on him. And he alone could save me. Oh, what a fool I have been all my life." He ran to the local church. And he was weeping in the altar of Jesus. He said, "Lord, how can you ask for forgiveness? All my life I never believed in you. Now, I do believe in you. You are my Savior. You are all for me." He was loudly talking because nobody else was there at that time. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Nobody comes to church at that time. So he was doing. But at one corner of the church, there's one man who was sitting. He had come for a vacation to the village. He was a very rich man. He was a billionaire of America. His name was Fillmore. Philmore. Fillmore. He was witnessing all these things. Then he put his hands on the shoulders of Budford Johnson. He took him out. "Come on, please tell me what all happened." Then he described how he was saved by the Lord. Then Fillmore told him, "Look here, Budford, will you come with me to USA? I will give you enough to last for 4 lives. I will make you rich. You will have only one duty. Daily, for 2 hours, you will give a lecture. I am going to open an institution called the United School of Christianity. It is still there. I am going to open. There, the only item will be in the evening, you will lecture. You will say, just you will tell them what all happened to you, how you came back. This is all I want you to do. So every day you will have 2 sessions and you will tell. And I pay you whatever you want, I can pay you. I want that people should hear it. And they will be convinced when a man like you, an incorrigible vagabond who never believed in God, when you have come to this stage, and if you were to recount your tale, I am sure all of them would believe. This is an actual story which has happened, so we cannot say that such a thing would never have happened when it has happened in recent times. That's all. Only thing, it was not an elephant, it is a man. There is the only difference. And this elephant represents a man. The entire thing has got an esoteric meaning. It was in that Trikuta, that 3-peaked mountain, there was this world. This world is, the entire building material for this world is the 3 gunas. Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna and Tamo-guna. These are the qualities or modes by which all the people in the world are made. From the reptiles onwards up to men, all of us, the building blocks are these. Somebody may have 10% of one, 20% of another, and then 70% of another. There can be permutation combinations in lakhs. And we are all, that's why each one looks as if we are different, but we are all made up of these 3 gunas. And being made up of 3 gunas, we are engaged in just enjoying this world. We think this world is capable of giving us permanent enjoyment. And ultimately, one day, when the time takes toll, you become old, and when, see, there is no crocodile, he is talking of only arthritis. All the people, all the ladies you will find, Gujaratis, South Indians, all of them will be coming back. So, this is the real thing. And no amount of medicines cure it. I have myself taken a number of medicines, including glucosamine, which is the latest, but it doesn't help. The Lord alone can save us. That is the thing. So, then the Lord came, and here of course it says, the Lord came with his discus chakra and he sent it, and you know who got moksha first? Not the devotee. The first the moksha is crocodile got. You know why? It caught out at the feet of the bhakta.
Oh, so nice.
The one who catches hold of the feet of the bhakta, he said, he is to be first rewarded. So that is why. And here, there is another one. The same Bhagavata has been written in Telugu by one Potana. This Potana was a highly religious soul. And Bhagavan was showing him the entire Leela as it was. He never read any book. He saw. And then he was writing. He was seeing, he was writing. He was seeing, he was writing. So he wrote there that the Bhagavan was playing with Lakshmiji. Suddenly he heard the call of the Gajendra, and he immediately ran without taking any weapon, anything. And every day when he writes, his mama used to come. He will daily read out to him. But that day the mama told, "Fool, how can he go and fight against the crocodile with anything in his hand?" You have taken something, so you are writing wrongly. He said, I am not writing by myself. I am seeing it, God is going, but he has got nothing in his hand. So I am only writing what I am seeing, what the Bhagavan is showing me. So it cannot be wrong. Somehow I don't like it. It cannot be. The fellow went home. Then after about 3 weeks, in the house of Potana, some function was there, some puja. So they invited the uncle on that day. The uncle had come, so many people had come. They were inside, they were all talking. Suddenly some children, they came running from outside. Mama, Mama, they asked the uncle, your son has fallen into the well there. Huh? He went running. There was a very big well. It was full of mire, kitchen under. That's all. It was not a usable well. And the boy has fallen down. So immediately he jumped into the well to rescue his son. But he took out the son in his hand. But it was, the entire thing was so slippery. There was no hold. So he can't hold anything and come up. It was a long well. He went and he jumped into it all right. But he can't come out of it. Then people went, they brought a bottle and a long rope and they put it to the chakada, and he held it with his one hand, with another hand he held, then they all pulled it, he was saved. The moment he came out, everybody congratulated him. But Potana went and asked him, Sir, when you went to save him, you would have taken some equipment. Why did you go without anything? What? My son has fallen, I will waste time in taking equipment. So I just ran. He said, this is what the Lord did. Bhagavan ke bachche hain. So naturally, he could waste time in going and finding out where he has kept his thing and keeping it in his hand and then taking his thing. So he went like that. Yes. So this is another story. And now, and a third point which comes out of it. Whatever you give to the Lord, you get it back from Him. You get it back from Him. In the previous birth, it had given that beautiful prayer. He got it back in this birth. There is a story all of you know. In a village there is a boy called Jim. His mother alone was there, father was not there. His mother was a genuine devotee of the Lord. Every day she will go to the church. This fellow Jim will accompany her. But Jim will say, I don't like this your church, your cross, your Jesus. I will stay outside. You take 2 hours, I will be standing. You come back. Don't ask me to come inside. So he had never gone inside. The mother used to go and come back after 1 hour, half an hour, like that. And ultimately there was a day when his mother has become very old. She was in deathbed. She was going to die either tonight or tomorrow morning. At that time she called her son Jim. Jim, I am going to die. I want one small favor from you. Mother, I will give my life for you. Tell me whatever you want, I will do it. Sure, sure. When I die, every day you go to the church. You don't go in the morning when there will be a lot of crowd. Go at 11 o'clock, there will be no crowd. You go inside. You need not bow down. You need not bend on your knees. You just stand before the Christ. And just, not even outside, not loudly, inside you just say. Exactly 11 o'clock, you go daily and tell, Jesus, this is Jim. Jesus, this is Jim. Only this much you do. Come out. That's all. Nothing else I want. Oh, this is easy. I'll do it. Every day for 15 years, he will go there at 11 o'clock, go straight to the statue of Christ and tell, Jesus, this is Jim, and he will come back. It so happened one day, because see, he was having some land and he was telling me, and they were all living out of that only. But now the tractor, it had a repair, it had gone under repair. So he required one spare part. It was not available, it's a small village. He had to go to the city nearby. He had never gone to cities. Anyway, he had to go. He went over there. Morning about 9 o'clock, there were so many lorries and so many buses, so many cars and taxis. He didn't know where to move, and at last he got caught among 2 or 3 of them at the same time. From one side a lorry, from another side a car, from another side a truck. He was completely smashed. He was alive, but he had hundreds of fractures in the body. Somebody said he's lying here, so he took him to the hospital there. They had a hospital for all multi-fractures. Alone they had a special hospital. Luckily, the last bed number 50 was vacant. They put him there. So by 9:30 he was admitted. The next day morning, you see, no doctor like to come and do his rounds in the morning. The moment he comes, all of them will jump at him. What sort of hospital you are running? Throughout the night you are having pain, and these nurses were not there. Nobody gave us any injections. You said feather injection, where did they give? Nothing they gave. Like that, all the people will tell. Where is the nurse? The nurse was not available at all throughout the night. You sack her. So the senior doctors will never come. And early morning, why should we come and go through their mouths? So nobody. Some new chap, a doctor, is fresh from the MD. He was off to come early in the morning. He was the Bakri. So he came in the morning. He was told what will happen. He was afraid, oh Lord, save me from the mob. He entered. That was the day then. All of them were sitting in there. In fact, the first 3, they decided this night they will die. But all of them were sitting nicely. He went and asked the first one, how are you? Beautiful, fire. Beautiful. Next man, how are you? Excellent. Excellent. He asked 3, 4 people, all were nice. Nobody had any complaint. Then there is an old man who comes from his mohalla. The doctor is mohalla. The doctor knew him to some extent. The morning walks he had met him. He went and asked, tell him what has happened in this hospital. All say everything is nice. And overnight it is not possible. Each one had several fractures and all that. This is all because of the guest which our bed number 50 had. Bed number 50 had a guest. He stayed with me. Jim, when you were admitted, you said, I have no friend, I have no relative. So, who was the guest who came to you yesterday? And what did you do to these people? He said, with a smile, with a reminiscent smile. Yesterday, it was exactly 11 o'clock. Nobody was here excepting all these people. They were all shouting and crying. One gentleman came in. He had a small beard. He had a long gown, chocolate gown. It was coming up his. And his eyes were full of compassion. He straight came to me. It was exactly 11. He told me, Jim, this is Jesus. Every day I've been going. Today you can't. So Jesus kept him. Jesus said, Jim, this is Jesus. And not only me, he looked at all the people. The moment he saw them all were cured completely. He disappeared. That's all he knew. They were all surprised. And all of them were discharged at the same time. The hospital had not a single bed occupied. So that's the case. And after purchasing his spare part, he went back. Every day he used to go since then to the church. He will sit for half an hour to 1 hour. He will pray heartily to the Lord. And he used to come back. This is called the story of Jim. This was enacted at Bangalore in presence of Satya Sai Baba by some people. She was all praised for it. This story. That's right. So, what he gave, he got back. He was daily going, so Christ came back to him. So similarly, this Prajjanman Yanshikshitam, in the previous Janma, it had learned and then it had been praying to the Lord. And in this Janma, when he got back the benefit of it, he remembered the entire thing and he prayed. And the Lord himself came to rescue him. Now, Evam Gajendra Ponnidhan Vishesham Tatkakilaman Bayo Harirabina Sitri. When nobody came, neither Brahma nor Lord Shiva, then Lord Hari, he came there and he gave first the moksha to that crocodile and then this was also released and it got his moksha. When it came near, what is there when the Lord himself has come? I have to offer him something. I got nothing. I've been fighting all these 1,000 years. Where will I go? Just it saw this way and this way. In that lake, by the will of the Lord, at that time very near, there is a beautiful lotus. And the elephant took it out, and then when the Lord came, just offered it to him. That's all. Even that it knew the etiquette, what to do. This is the story of, and then the Raja is asking, what has happened with the previous birth? Who was he? Then he says, in the previous birth he was called Indradyumna. He was a king. He was always doing puja. So, and he was Shayekadaradhanagalatman Gritamonavrataishwaram Harim. He had taken Monovrata. He doesn't talk to anybody. Then a great Maharshi, he came there. Now, as he is doing the puja of the Lord, he said, why should I? So he never got. The Maharshi was highly annoyed. You are sitting like an elephant. Even when I came, you never bothered to get up even. You never bothered to greet me. Become an elephant. So he got that shapa, and that is why he became the elephant in this birth. But he got back that prayer from the previous birth. It was helping. That's all. So when you do some prayers in this birth, even if you don't get anything in this birth, be sure that one day in the next birth, it will help you in time of crisis. Now the next one is again another story. It is called Amruta manthan. See, the story, Amruta manthan. Our we concerned, Devas went and they churned the ocean and they got Amrit and the Devas ate. Then how does it affect you? Does it give you anything for doing your practice, for your sadhana purpose? Absolutely nothing it looks. But the entire Amrit Manthan, it is the process of meditation. The entire process of meditation is being given an allegoric form. Anyway, I will tell you about it when it comes. The Indra finds himself beaten by King Bali, who was in charge of all the demons now. He is the grandson of Prahlada. Prahlada's son was Virochana and Virochana's son was Bali. And Indra didn't know what to do. He goes to Lord Narayana or Hari and tells him, Lord, the Asuras have got Shukracharya. He knows Sanjeevani Vidya. So whoever dies, by the help of that mantra, he again rejuvenates them and they come alive. But we don't have such people here. So what shall we do? Our devatas are dying. Then we will get extinguished. There will be no more. We become extinct. We will all become extinct. The Lord said, look here, in time of need, you should be able to make a compromise of peace, a treaty of peace with the enemies. Because you have to get Amruta, the nectar, by eating which you will become immortal. Nobody can kill you. But it's a big process. The entire ocean of milk in which I am always lying down, that has to be churned. And from inside, finally, you will get that Amruta, that nectar or what is called ambrosia. So for that purpose, you require the help and the cooperation of all the demons. Unless all of you join together, you can't do it. So go and talk to him, tell him about this, and take yourself also. And you begin to churn this ocean. He goes to Bali, he talks to him, Bali finds it very reasonable, then he agrees to come and help him. So all the demons go. And there should be a churning rod. We call it mathani. A churning rod is required. Where to go? Such a big ocean. You can't have ordinary rods. So there is a great mountain called Mandara mountain. Lord says, go and bring it and put it in the ocean. And that will be enough. And go and ask Vasuki, the king of serpents. And one is the king of serpents, another is the king of nagas. That's also like serpent, but they have got some semi-divine qualities, these nagas. The in charge of them was Vasuki. Normal, simple serpents, their in charge was Takshaka, who is going to bite this king, Parikshit. So this Vasuki is to be brought. So they all go. They try to get the Mandara mountain. And when they all carried, barely for 5 minutes, it just fell down with with a number of demons and these gods underneath. They were all crushed and smashed. They were unable to further bring that Mandara. Then again they pray to the Lord. At every step you have to pray to Him. At every step you have to pray to Him. Otherwise, we cannot succeed. Neither in this worldly success, nor in success in your spiritual goal, in getting your spiritual goal. Then again the Lord comes along with his Garuda with one hand, just like a play. He takes the Mandara, goes there, puts it in the ocean. Now it is there. They go and bring the Vasuki. And now they told the Vasikis that head side we the Devatas will catch hold, and you catch hold of the tail side, and then we'll start. They say, tail is something bad, it is an amangal, we will not go, we will come to the head side. Okay. So the devils are given the head side, and these people went to the other side. Now, they began to churn the entire ocean. How? From that ocean, various good things came. The Apsaras came. One divine horse called Ucheshravas came. A divine elephant called Airavat, which Indra took away. It came. Kamadhenu, a cow which can give anything that people want. It came. And lastly, Lakshmi comes. Lakshmi has got 8 aspects. She is called Ashtalakshmi. Vedya Lakshmi, Vijay Lakshmi, Sandana Lakshmi. Like that, including Moksha Lakshmi, she has got 8 aspects. In Chennai, there are temples for all the 8 Lakshmis. The beauty is, in such a big book, the birth of Lakshmi comes, of Ashtalakshmi comes, in the 8th skandha, in the 8th chapter, and the 8th shloka. See, you can't put it by yourself. That's why it is called divine. That's all. It automatically came. That's all. Now these things we'll see tomorrow. With this we stop. Hari Om Narayana. Hari Vachana Sindri Bhavatyatmana Bhavatyate Svabha. Karomi Yajya Sagalam Bharatmi Narayana Gita Samarpayana. Narayana Gita Samarpayana. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Bhagavad Bhavi.